Hi, in this video, we will talk about OAuth 2.0 authentication. Okay, so as part of this, we will see all these three important points inside this. What is this OAuth 2.0 authorization framework and key players and how the authorization flow will be and what is access tokens, grant types and security considerations. If you want to talk about these things, so OAuth 2.0 is a framework for granting access to resources. It is granting access to the resources without without revealing without revealing user credentials. Okay, so we are getting the access to a particular resource or information, whatever you call. For that, we are getting that access without providing your user credentials, means your username and password, something like that. We will not provide that information, even though we will get the access to that particular resources. Okay, and what are the key players in this? So it involves four key players. Okay, four more main players. Okay, so what are those? The resource owner, the resource owner, that is user, comma, and the client. So the client means the application which want to get the access. Okay, so the application, the sorry, and then authorization, and then authorization server. We'll have a authorization server and the resource server. Authorization server, resource server, user, and application. These four are main players in this OAuth 2.0 authentication. Okay, so now we'll talk about authorization. Okay, so authorization flow. So clients request. Clients means what? User here. Sorry, application. The client means application. So client is a request authorization. Okay, clients requires authorization from the resource owner. Who is that? That is user. Okay, and then obtain means you will get the obtain access tokens from the authorization server. So whenever application requests authorization from the owner, means user, then they'll obtain the access tokens from the authorization server. This is the third player, authorization server. Okay, to access protected resources. So to access the protected resources on the resource server. Okay, so you cannot directly access the resources, right? We need some access to that. So the application requests this user to get the access token from the authorization server to access something on the resource server. Okay, now what is access tokens? So access tokens, okay, access tokens are short-lived, okay, short-lived credentials issued by the authorization server. Authorization server after successful authentication. Okay, used by clients to access protected resources. Okay, so here we have seen authorization flow. I need to get some resources on the resource server. So for that, the application uses this owner to get the access from the authorization server. So when you do this process, you will get an access token. So what is that access token? That is a short-lived credential. So it is not permanent. It will work for some time. After that, it will not work. So again, you need to get the access from this authorization server again in the form of access token. Okay. So this way you can protect your resources efficiently. If somebody gets your access token also, they cannot access the information. The reason is the lifespan of this is very short. Okay. So because of that, this is very secure. Okay. So what is grant types? There are different types of grant types are well. Different grant types allow various authentication scenarios. Okay. Authentication scenarios including authorization, code, implicit, comma, client credentials, and resource owner password credentials. Owner password credentials. Because these are all different grant types involved in this. So what is security consideration with the help of this OAuth 2.0? So it ensures secure transmission of tokens. So protect the client secrets. So implement proper token expiration and refresh mechanism. So refresh means then the lifespan of this token expires and you can get the another token. So refresh mechanisms and use appropriate grant types based on client type and trust level. Okay. So these are all the things included in security consideration. Okay. In simple terms, you will have your username and password. With the help of that, you will get the access tokens. So you will not reveal your actual credentials. You will use this access token to get the information. So that access token is a short-lived credential. So it will have some expiration time. After that, the access token will not work. Then again, you need to request the another access token. Then again, with the same credentials, you'll get the another access token. So with some expiration time, then with the help of that, you can access the information. Because with the help of this mechanism, you cannot reveal your actual credentials. With the help of this access token, you get the information. And that is also not a permanent, what is a password or token, whatever you call. Okay. So this is how the OAuth 2.0 will implement the authentication process. So for this, what I'll use PayPal to show the demonstration. So you need to go to developer.paypal.com and you need to create an account. So after that, you will have the list of this what you say like endpoints you can find here. This is one of the endpoints. So with the help of these things, we'll see one example. Okay. So we'll directly jump into the rest assured and we'll see one example. Okay. So before that, we'll go to the developer.paypal.com and we can create our account, and then we'll continue how to get the different types of information which we require to automate this API. Okay. So let me go to browser. So here you see I'm on developer.paypal.com. Okay. So /home is deleted. So this is the one. So automatically it will navigate to /home. But okay. So you can log in here. So when you log in, so it will ask for okay username and password. You can simply sign up here, provide your email, and create new password. Okay. So you can use any country here as we are not exactly using this. So just a demo. So I'll not change this. So I'll provide so automation testing 2016@gmail.com and the password. So I have given one password, create account. Okay. So now it created. I'm on the home page. So it will go to the dashboard. So here you see APIs and SDKs. When you hover on that, you will see REST APIs. So click on this REST APIs. So you see that get started with PayPal REST APIs. So first we need to get authentication. Okay. So if you click on authentication, the left side. So for this, we need to get the client ID and secret. Okay. If you want to perform the this API verification in the Postman, these are all the steps. But we are not looking into any Postman things. So we are directly work with rest assured. So for that, this is the URL from where you will get the access token. Okay, that is what we are discussing, right? So for that, you need client ID and client secret. Apart from that, you need to provide some content type is application, something URL encoded, and grant type. Grant type is client credentials. So this much information we need to get the access token. So before that, we need client ID and client secret. Okay. So for that, hover here and go to dashboard. And you see, right, apps and credentials. So click on here. You see that default application, you have a client ID and client secret. So when you click on this default application, so this is client ID and then client secret. We need uh, these two to get the access token. Okay. So now where we can see this APIs. Okay. So if you go here, this list, this URL. So left side, see, I have directly went there, but there are different types of APIs. You see that? What happened? Still loading. Okay. So here left side, you see ad tracking, disputes, identity, invoicing, orders. There are a number of endpoints are there. So let me take invoices. Inside the invoices, so I want to get list of templates. So PayPal will normally use for what purpose? To provide to get the money from outside of country, something like that. For that, we need to provide some invoice. With the help of invoice, the other people will send the money to your account, and this you can link it to your bank account. Okay, so there are a number of templates will be available. So according to your convenient, you can use one of the templates. So to get those templates, okay, different type of templates. So there is a get request. So list templates, okay, /v2/invoicing/templates, and we need to provide some information here. Okay, so then you see that here, that is the one. Then we need to provide the authorization token. This is the token generated access token that we need to generate now. And then content type is application JSON. Okay, so this is the one. And if you go to again the old one, like here, authentication. So for the authentication, we need client ID and client secret, and these information we need to pass. Okay. So now we'll go to Eclipse. So I created a class called OAuth2 Authentication in rest assured, and I created a method called get PayPal invoice templates list. Okay. So for that, we need to perform these three steps. That is, first, get the client ID and secret that we just got. We created an account and we went there and we just saw those information. And then get the access token using this client ID and secret. Okay, with the help of these two things, we'll get the access token. Then you hit the endpoint and get the data. Okay, so get the data what? Using access token. Once you get the access token, with the help of that, you can hit that endpoint and get the template list. Okay, so here we are using this way one, way two, right? The way one is normal way and way two is DSL way. Here also we will see both the both the ways to how we can automate this API. Okay. So first we'll say we need client ID and client secret, right? So let me create a private static variable, private static final string client ID is equals to something. Okay. So we need to will provide this information outside of this at the class level. Okay. So this information will never change normally. Private static final string client secret is equals to private static final string say PayPal OAuth URL that we need, and one more is static final string PayPal our endpoint. Okay, PayPal API URL. Okay, we need these information, and after that I need access token. Okay, private static string access token. Okay, so first we need to get the client ID and secret. I'll go to my account where I see this is client ID. Just click on this, copy this is client ID and paste here. So very big. And the same way client secret, copy here, paste here. This is also very big. So OAuth URL. Okay, that is just now we discussed, right? So here in somewhere, yeah, this is the one. So we need to hit this URL, right? API -m. This is for mobile, it seems we don't need /m. api.sandbox.paypal.com/v1/oauth2/token. Okay. After that, actual this templates is if you go there, the same well here. So this is the get request templates. Okay. So again, go back to your here and remove this -m. We don't need that actually. That is mobile based, it seems. So this is information access token we need to generate using this client ID and client secret. So we'll go one step by step. Okay. First we'll see way one. First we need to get the client ID and secret. Sorry, with the help of client ID and secret, we need to get the access token. Okay. So let me here. So rest assured. Okay, rest assured dot base URI. What is that base URI? Now first we need to hit this endpoint and get the access token. Because of that, first I'll use PayPal OAuth URL. This is my what is that base URI. Okay, and then request specification. Okay, request spec is equals to rest assured dot given. Okay, so there we need to use so here the implementation will be different for different type of what is this APIs. PayPal follows something and other applications may follow something. So here request spec dot, so authentication, so dot auth dot, we need to use preemptive dot basic authentication. So here we need to provide client ID and client secret. Okay. So here client ID, here client secret. These are kind of username and password to this endpoint. Okay. So request spec dot auth dot preemptive dot basic. So preemptive authentication, this one. Okay. So request spec dot, we need to provide what is that grant type. Okay, we need to provide that grant type. What is that grant type? They already provided here, right? To go back. So client credentials. You see, client credentials. Okay. So this is the information which we need to pass. Okay. And this is a post method. Okay. We'll post this. Then you will get the access token. So for that, response is equals to request spec dot post. The post method will give you what? It will give you the response. Okay. Once you get the response, let me print the response. Okay. Response dot get the body dot as a pretty string. So just I'll print the response. What information it will contain, we'll see. Then we'll move forward. Okay. So let me run this. You need to get the body of that response. You see that this is the body. Okay. So this is the body. So we have access token. You see that very big token here. Okay. This access token we need. So this token will have a limited time to use. Okay. So token type is bearer token. So this will, we need to keep generating this. Okay. With the help of what is that? This client ID and secret. So for actual hitting the actual URL, we will not need this username and password or client ID and client secret. So with the help of these two things, we'll generate an access token. By using that access token, this actual PayPal API URL, we will access this. Okay. So when you go here, so this is a JSON. Inside the JSON, this is access token. So how you will get this access token key value? Okay. So for that, what you need to do? So after printing, what I'll do, access token is equals to, this is what we'll store, right? So access token is equals to response dot JSON path dot get string of, what is that? Key. What is the key? The key is access token. So this access token we need to get. So that I'm reading. Okay, when you read that, it will provide the value of that access token. Now I got the access token. So now we already get the client, we already got the client ID and secret, and we got the access token now. So now we'll hit the endpoint and get the template data using this access token. So how can you do that? Okay. Here. So let me put a separator here to see the different bodies, means endpoints. What is it, like the body we are printing, right? So after that, I am putting a separator to see the actual endpoint body. Okay. So again, rest assured that base URI. Okay, this is another URI, right? We are writing another URI. What is that? PayPal API URL. This is. Okay. So again, request spec is equals to rest assured dot given. This is common, right? So given. Here we need to provide what kind of information? So request spec dot header. This is header. And again, sorry, one more is there. We need to provide this information in the header. What is that? Authorization. Okay. So authorization. If you go back to that, here, you see that authorization, bearer, and this token. Right. So let me take this, go back, and I'll put here. But bearer is what? So we need to put a place. This is access token, right? We are reading, we are generating, and you will use here. Okay, access token. And the second one is content type is application JSON. So content type, what is that? Application JSON, application slash JSON. Okay, so this much information we need to provide in the header section. And then this is a get request. So again, a response is equals to, why I'm not using response again here? Already we declared here response. So if you do response again, so it will complain that you already used. So because of that, I'm using the same response, and request spec dot. This is a get method. Okay? This is a get method. Once you get, I'll try to print the body. Again, I'll try to print the body. Here you will have a what? Information, templates information. Okay. So that's all. We performed this third one also. With first we got the client ID and secret by creating an account in the developer account. And then with the help of client ID and secret, we got the access token. With the help of access token, we are performing this, means we are getting the template list, invoice template list. Okay, we are done. Okay, so run. You see that? First it is printing this access token information. After that, you see there is a big JSON body. So you see that there are two templates, it seems. Okay. So what I'm printing, get body only, right? Yeah, get body as pretty string. Okay. So this is the output. Okay. So addresses, emails, phone, some whatever it is, like, this is what we get. Okay. So you see that here, and some, if you have phone, something, and templates, right? So this is what you will get if you have that information. There are some information it is printing. We don't have anything that is newly created, so we are not getting anything. Okay. So given header information, response dot get body dot as pretty string. This is all about. So this is automating your API using OAuth 2.0 authentication. Okay, this process may be slightly different for different type of application. So mostly a developer will provide what kind of information you need to perform this operation. You need to get, and you need to know how to do that. That's it. Okay, can you provide me client ID and secret? They'll provide. So with the help of that, what is that procedure you need to follow, and you can follow that, and you can hit your endpoint and get the information. And once you get the information, what you need to, what you say, like, uh, once you get that, if you want to verify something, you can verify inside this. Okay. So, but I'm not verifying anything. I'm just printing that. So let me run again. Then this time it will generate one more access token. With the help of that, it will print that information. Okay. And then this is way one. So now we'll convert the same thing into way two. Okay. So let me So way 2 is rest assured dot given. So then what is the information? We need to the auth preemptive dot basic. So client ID and client secret. Okay. Dot, we need to provide some parameters. What is that parameter? Grant type. Grant underscore type. And let me copy from here. Okay. Into provide this. And then when. So when we need to perform what? Post. Okay. For post, what is that we have used? This is the OAuth URL. So we need to provide that URL. And then what it will give you? It will till here it will provide the response. You see that response. But from the response, what I need? Access token dot JSON path dot get string of what is that? We need to provide this access token. So access token is will give what is that? String. What is that? It will provide access token. So I'll store in an access token. Okay. So when you perform this operation, when given authorization, client ID and client secret, grant type is client credentials. When you post this, from the it will give you the response. In the response, I want JSON path dot get string. Directly, I'm getting the access token. So that is a string. So I'm saving into the string access token. Till then, that is one part. We are getting the access token. So again, so rest assured dot given. So here what we need to provide? We need to provide two headers. Right. Header again dot header. So what is that information we need to provide in this? Authorization bearer access token. This is one. Okay. And another one is content type application JSON. Okay. Content type application JSON. And when this is what operation get operation. Inside the get, what we need to give? This API URL that we already mentioned in the top. Once you get, then what we are doing? We are just printing that. So log.all, otherwise log.body. That's it. Okay. Same thing here, get body as pretty string. Here just log.body. So this is what way? DSL way 2. Okay. So we commented this. So let me run this. We need to get the same output. You see that? Same output. Log.all. We are getting here. We are not printing the body here, just getting the access token. Because of that body it is not printing. It is directly printing the API, which we know access. That information only it is printing. Same output. This is DSL way. Okay. So this is way 1 and this is way 2. So this is all about OAuth 2.0 authentication, how we can use that and hit the endpoint and get the information in rest assured. Okay. And this process may be slightly different for different type of application. That information developer can provide that information. With the help of that, you just know how to use these methods and all these things and hit the endpoint and get the details and verify. Okay. So that's all about OAuth 2.0 authentication in rest assured. Okay. Thanks for watching this. Please like the video, share the video and subscribe to the channel for interesting updates. Thank you.